I'm way too tired to show my face, so there you go. You can take a nice peek at the lovely photographs on my lavender painted walls. This is a video. It's gonna be kind of short, hopefully. It's just expressing some frustrations I have. The K-pop community has just become very toxic. There is so much fighting back and forth on Twitter and stuff that it's just so disheartening and disappointing and stressful to deal with. And a lot of people seem to be getting pushed away from K-pop because of the fandom's actions. And I completely don't disagree with them for their choices. It's very draining. It's like every single day on Twitter. There's a battle going on between this group and that group. And it's just so pointless. So this video was basically inspired when I saw the live stream that my friend Shallow360 did, where she was basically expressing her frustrations about how BTS fans were upset about Super M debuting at number one on the Billboard albums chart. And it was just, I kind of saw the stuff that was happening, but it was just so petty. And like, there's that Twitter thread of that one girl that was basically like, Super M was an embarrassment to Korea. And my whole thing is, how would you know? How would you know? And then people brought up the tweets of her in the past that was like, you shouldn't really be defending a country that you're not a part of, this, that, and the third. So I was like, so why are you speaking on behalf of the country, saying that Super M was an embarrassment if you're not even Korean yourself and you're not even living in Korea? The hypocrisy. But I'm just like so over it these days. At some points, I really feel like just deleting my Twitter from all the BS that I see. I tried to block out a majority of the stuff that could potentially lead to seeing fan wars and fights, but it just seems like there's always some person that likes a tweet that could potentially have problematic comments and replies. And the news outlets that I follow on Twitter for K-pop news, there's always stupid stuff in the reply section of that. Like, it's so disrespectful. It's really disrespectful. Like, when Soompi posted the thing that announced that Myungsu had left Woolim, and then people in the replies were posting the stupid fan cams that pertained to nothing of Infinite or Myungsu. It's like, what are you doing? How immature can you be? There's clearly lots of in-spirits and casual fans of Woolim and fans of Myungsu himself that are kind of upset by this news. We don't want to see your replies of such and such's fan cam because it holds no relevancy to the conversation that was originally posted. Stop. You don't look cute. It's not cute. It's not funny. You look disrespectful, and you're just being an ass. But I can't delete my Twitter because a lot of I talk to my friends on a pretty much daily basis through Twitter. I just mainly go onto Twitter nowadays to check comebacks, look at photos for comebacks, follow different fan accounts for biases I like, um, and I just try to scroll past all the BS. Um, but sometimes it slips through, and when it does, I simply click the see less often button. And I don't necessarily like having to mute people that I follow. I don't mute too many people that I follow. I mostly mute people I don't follow. But it is what it is. I mean, consider yourself lucky if you haven't been blocked. If you're blocked, then clearly I have been fed up with you, and there's really no going back. But none of the people that I know from YouTube that I've made friends with on Twitter from K-pop and stuff, nobody like that is blocked. The people that get blocked are the ones that I used to argue with on Twitter. Yes, I used to be an avid person that would reply back to people's comments and this, that, and the third. And I don't have time for it anymore. It's too exhausting. I don't want to waste my energy in it. I'd rather look at stuff that's positive. I'd rather smile Then you feel my blood pressure boil, my heartbeat increase because somebody is saying something that I don't like. Because there's always going to be somebody saying something that I don't like. There's always going to be fan wars. No matter how many times other people point out that these groups are friends with each other and they probably would really dislike seeing their fans dissing on someone that they consider a friend in real life, these the fans, they just don't care. They're like, well, this happened and this happened and I don't like him for this reason, and I don't really care if these two are friends, and I don't care if my bias sees it. It is what it is. I'm going to continue arguing, I'm continue saying nasty vicious things, and I'm just like, it's so tiring. It's so disrespectful. Other people are constantly like, well, this needs to change. Yes, I agree. Stuff needs to change. But will stuff change? I don't think so. I feel like if stuff is going to change, the artists and companies themselves have to make that step. Us fans can't dictate to other fans and expect things to change. It needs to come from the source. It needs to come from the artists. It needs to come from the entertainment companies. It needs to be some group of such and such just finally being like, okay, you know what? You guys need to stop disrespecting these people. I'm friends with them. I don't like seeing my fans disrespecting people I'm friends with. And vice versa. The companies can say something like, stop it. It's toxic. It's very toxic. It's very evil, and I am just so tired of it. I also don't have the time. I work 6 days a week, 6 hours each day, 36 hours a week. Sometimes I work over that if they extend my shifts, and I really just don't have time. I really am only here for the music and for the fan, my friends, and for the people that are in these groups. Like, I love my biases. I love my bias groups. I love groups that I listen to on a daily basis. I don't like the fans that constantly start issues with other people and find something negative. It is so much easier to find stuff that's positive than find stuff that's negative. I just think, as a whole, everybody in K-pop just needs to collectively do better, mind their words, because words can really affect people at the end of the day, and you might not be aware of it, but they do, and they could leave impressions that last on people, and you just never know. So be careful with your words, and we all just really need to do better. We need to do better, because K-pop, on the fan aspect, in majority of ways, is no longer fun. And it should be something fun. It should be an escape. The music is an escape. It makes us feel great. It makes us feel relatable. It gives us stuff that we like. It gives us purpose. Focus on the music. That's all. Goodbye.